Hey guys, and welcome to today's episode on Music Babble. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about the 12-string guitar. One thing is that the 12-string guitar, I think, is it's a guitar, just like a regular guitar. It's really cool sounding guitar. That very chorusy effect that it has going on in there. That's just a regular E chord. So first thing is to explain what this is a little bit. It's double strings instead of just having six strings. Each it still has six courses, which would be like six spots to put your fingers on. It doesn't have 12 because each string is doubled up, right? And if you look very closely, you can see that there are two different versions of that E string there, right? And it goes all the way through. So each string is doubled up, and we play those together. And it gives us that sound because one is the regular pitch, and the other one is a higher pitched version of that same note. Except when we get down here. When we get down here, they're just the same exact note, just doubled up. All right, which gives us that chorus sound anyway. It's pretty cool. All right, so that's the first thing. So when we play some of these, if you're playing like a basic chord progression like D, C, G, that actually has a really beautiful ring to it. So this is a nice guitar to use to kind of spice up maybe some normal chord progressions or something like that if you're playing around. But you will find a lot of songs that use a 12-string guitar. In fact, you might even be surprised with some of the songs that use 12-string guitars. One is, of course, I think everyone knows this one, the Wanted Dead or Alive. Right, that song. I'm not going to play the whole thing because I don't want to get a copyright strike. But yeah, I'm pretty sure if you've heard that song before, you've definitely heard a 12-string before. All right, so it's a great song. It's a great example of what, because if you were to play that on a normal guitar, it just doesn't sound right. You go, man, why does this sound wrong? But the second you pick up that 12-string, you can hear that distinct sound that lick is going to give you. Right, that you're not going to get with a regular 6-string guitar. So it does create these counter melodies that you wouldn't normally hear. Right, like especially with this G, when you play this G string, you still have that higher G note, and then you're going to go, and you're playing even though you're playing the higher E string, you're going to get a lower note than this. So you get a higher note on the lower string now. So it's pretty cool how it creates that effect. So now the next song is Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. I'm sure everyone knows that one. So, and that one, the intro uses a 12-string. I think he strums a 12-string throughout the whole song. But of course, the guitar solo is on a regular 6-string guitar. But the rhythm guitar is done on a 12-string. So it's pretty awesome when you hear that song. Like someone could play that song on a regular acoustic guitar, and no one would think twice about it. But there would be this underlining feeling that something's not quite right. Like maybe the guy's playing it right, he's not doing anything wrong, but something just seems a little off. And it's because of that missing element that the 12-string guitar gives you. That's what's happening there. So it's pretty interesting. Like if you were to play this on a regular 6-string guitar, I'm sure a lot of people have, and they go, it sounds fine, but there's something off. And what that thing that's off is that you're missing that added note that you're going to get with the 12-string. So that's another thing that makes it really cool, is that you're going to get those little, just that little change in the, in the song or with the guitar will make a big difference in the way it feels and the way it comes about. All right. So there are a lot of other songs. I'm trying to think of another good one that use this. Okay. What was it? More Than a Feeling by Boston, right? It uses that same thing. It uses that 12-string guitar, so you get that distinct sound. Like you can still, like this song, you can still play it with the 6-string. Any of these songs we're doing, we could do with a 6-string, but with that 12-string, you really get that distinct sound from it. Now, another one actually is Hotel California by the Eagles. So that song uses a 12-string, and in fact, it really gets that sound that you get from the song because of that 12 string as well. So Hotel California is another one that uses that 12 string, and it's so distinct once you hear it with the 12 string. I actually don't have a capo. It's actually played on with a capo, but it's like on the 7th fret. I don't actually have a capo that fits this guitar though, so I can't really play that. Another one is actually Free Falling by Tom Petty, right? Which also uses a capo on the 2nd fret, but it's basically just a D chord. But you can hear it immediately. I'm struggling there. All right, so Free Falling, that's another really good example of a song that uses that 12 string, and it really stands out. It really stands out in that song. People play it on 6-string guitars all the time. No one thinks anything of it, but they go, there's something missing. Something's off. And that's what it is. It's those extra strings that are being played with the regular 6-string notes. All right, now another one is the song A Horse with No Name by America. So that song is done on a 12-string. So that, and as soon as I play, you go, oh yeah, wow, it is. And you go back, listen to some of these songs, you'll see, oh wow, it does actually have that sound. Yeah, it is a 12 string. So sometimes people don't realize it. Even like other guitar players or other musicians will listen to a song that has a 12 string in it and not quite pick up on the fact that it's a 12 string until they sit down and play it. And then they'll go, oh wait, it does sound, oh yeah, you know what? That's a 12 string. Like A Horse with No Name was a song I did not realize had a 12 string in it until I played it with a 12 string one day just to hear what it would sound like. And I was like, oh, actually they're using a 12 string. Oh. So, and then also there's the Beatles' A Hard Day's Night. That's another one that uses a 12 string guitar. So I'm sure you guys are going to start looking some of these songs up, all right, and checking them out. But go ahead, listen to them, and listen to that distinction that the 12-string gives, that distinct chorusy sound of the 12-string guitar. So it's a beautiful sound. In fact, even Pantera did not stray away from the 12-string guitar. They use it in one of their songs called Suicide Note Part 1. Okay, Suicide Note Part 1 is a very dark-sounding song, but they use a 12-string in there to really give it that extra creepiness and that extra darkness that they're looking for. Believe it or not, you could actually do that. But I'm pretty sure they tune the guitars down a bit so you can get it. So you can really add even like that darkness to something that sounds like that, right? That definitely adds or kind of boosts the darkness in a song if you to play in that kind of way. So I think that's about all the songs I could think of off the top of my head. But go ahead, check some of those songs out. If you don't have a 12-string guitar and would want one, I suggest investing in one because you will find yourself spending a lot of time with this, messing around with this thing. I've actually picked up, there were songs I wrote on a regular guitar, and when I picked it up and started playing it on the 12 string, I said, well, that's it. It's on the 12 string now. It's just a 12 string guitar song. Just because of how it actually can switch around the melodies instead of like Like especially like with when you're playing like these notes up here, and you're supposed to be descending here. But you get that higher note as you're going down, so it gives this counter melody to what your ears are expecting. So you could do that on a regular guitar, but you're not going to get quite the same thing because you do get that lower note and the higher note at the same time. So you get that nice chorusy sound with it. So you can actually create like melodies that you wouldn't have done before by using a 12-string guitar. It's a lot of fun. And if you don't even play guitar, that's all right. You can at least go around and start searching for some of these 12-string guitar songs and enjoying listening to them. All right, guys, so that's all I have for this. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.